What if I told you that the secret to building a successful irrigation business isn't about fixing sprinklers? Today, I'm sitting down with Eric Santos, freshly inducted into the Green Industry Hall of Fame, whom transformed from a college kid asking elementary questions to founder of Epic Irrigation. In this conversation, he reveals why free training resources are important and why the future of our industry won't survive on regulations alone. If you're serious about water management and want to know what separates the pros from everyone else, you need to hear this. But first, show some irrigation love and hit that like button and subscribe. Congratulations.
Thank you, Nick.
You're part of the team here over at the
it's
Green Industry Hall of Fame.
quite the honor.
Isn't it though? Yeah, and you had some stiff competition out there too. You know that?
Well, that whole room is really filled with just people I have so much admiration for, that I look up to, and really, as I look around the room, it's my heroes in the room. And not only to be recognized by your peers, but people that you admire so much is just, it's an incredible honor and very surreal.
Well, I know this much. When you're being inducted over there, I was supposed to be talking to Brian. He refused to come over here. He says, no, I'm going to wait until Eric comes.
Brian's amazing. He's always been such an incredible mentor in ways that he doesn't even know. But very early on in my career, I remember just sitting in his classes, and like we'd take lunch break and I'd show up and I'd have so many questions, and he had the patience to put up with my questions, as elementary as they were, but just learned so much from him over the years, not just in the classroom, but in the professional world. You know, the work he does with NCLC, with student career days as a judge. And he volunteers so much, not just with the Irrigation Association, but with other trade associations.
And by the way, this is really class because we're here to talk about him, not Brian. I just brought him up. So let me change the subject a little bit for you. What are some of the challenges that you see happening right now that you can help other contractors and people with?
Gosh, challenges. It's just the regulatory side of water and just trying to stay up on how quickly things are changing. Fortunately, we're not in a drought right now, but the state has implemented a lot of regulations that it's just contractors becoming aware and educating their customers. And then not just educating customers, but educating their employees as well.
So tailgate meetings are really important for the employees and everybody.
Oh, yeah. It's a great opportunity to just not just share information about safety, but just share information about new happenings in the industry.
So do you see anything changing in the world of drought, or as far as the regulations are concerned? Are they going to get that much more strict, or what do you think?
That's a really good question, because DWR right now is in the process of deciding whether or not they need to revise MWELO, which MWELO, the Model Water Efficient Landscape Ordinance that came out in 2015, every 3 years, it's up for discussion on whether or not it should be changed. And a lot of people are asking, are these regulatory requirements really making the impact that we want to see in the state? So at the end of the day, it still comes back to budgeting, and you have associations like California Landscape Contractors Association with their Certified Water Manager program, QUEL, the Irrigation Association. Those organizations, just the training and the awareness of water budgeting just continues to grow. So hopefully there isn't a need for prescriptive mandates that people need to comply with. Hopefully the trend of budgeting water for a landscape and just trying to determine what's an appropriate amount of water for a landscape, hopefully that just continues to grow and gain traction with contractors. And that way we don't have to dive into regulations that people have to meet.
So if you're giving advice to somebody who wants to get into the business, what would that one really important advice be?
Specifically around irrigation, I would just take advantage of all the free trainings that organizations offer. back when I got into the industry 30 years ago, you had to do a lot of reading. And then if you're lucky enough to connect with somebody like Brian, that would accelerate things. But now we just live in an age where there's just so much information available from organizations like K-Rain, Hunter, just a lot of the manufacturers are offering information just to try to leverage that online training that manufacturers do offer, because it is really valuable.
And the continuing education
Yes,
after
yeah.
that, because once you learn it, it just doesn't stop, does it?
Yeah. Irrigation is one of those things that just quickly evolves. That's all I focus in. I have a hard time keeping up with all the changes around irrigation.
Well, congratulations for being inducted into the Green Industry Hall of Fame.
Thank you very much.
And we appreciate you coming out here.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks to our platinum sponsors, Heritage Landscape Supply Group, standing tall, side on, Site One Landscape Supply, and Rainbird flowing through it all. Hearts that answer the call, you're the foundation of this hall. In the Green Industry Hall of Fame. Our gold sponsors, Hunter Industries and K-Rain, shining bright. The Irrigation Association, guiding light. Plus CLCA Insurance Solutions, silver sponsorship in our side. You help us reach a greater height. Bronze sponsorship came from West Coast Arborists, as well as the American Society of Irrigation Consultants and Kellogg Garden Products, plus Toro 2. We're growing strong together, planting seeds that last forever. Every sponsor, every name in the Green Industry Hall of Fame. We have continued support from the Southern California chapter of the American Society of Landscape Architects. We honor you as well as New Biz, the Landscape Architecture CLCA Orange County chapter, and our